Hi there. I've been looking at Christmas cards again. Let's have a look at painting this jolly little Christmas tree. It'll be perfect for your Christmas cards and so quick and easy to do. Let's get going. Right, so I've just made sure that this is dry now. I've just dried it with a hairdryer before I continued with this, just to so it all doesn't run in together. I'm just going to add the little purpley trunk to it. I use purple because it keeps all the colours going. Just add a little bit of a trunk to it, carefully inside, working in between those little bits that you've just done, and so it goes up to the top of the pot there. So that's your Christmas tree virtually done. What we want to do is add some a little bit of shadow to the bottom, and also some little baubles and things on here. So to make the baubles stand out and look nice and bright, what you're going to do is just wet a patch, rub your brush around if you use a nylon-y type brush, and then dab it with a tissue. It just cleans up enough space for you to put some colour on. So you just go, oops, I've just put a little bit of a splash there, that's right. Just enough to get some little spaces on there, which will add some little baubles too. So I'm just wetting these, working around here, just thinking how many do I want on here, just a few random ones, and then just dabbing it with a kitchen roll tissue or something like that, just to lift out a little bit of lightness into those. You can add more or less onto it, and just take the bits out there a little bit more. I could have masked these out with masking fluid, but it's not really worth the trouble for that. We want to do it a little bit more fun than that, a little bit easier. So just wet it, rub your brush, dab it out, and you'll just lighten up some areas ready to paint your baubles in. So just doing a few more, and then we're going to add some nice bright red baubles into this. That'll probably do. Dry those out with a little bit of kitchen roll, and then nice bright cadmium red or vermilion or something like that. And with these, all you're going to do is just do a little circle, leaving a little bit of light to the one side of it. So a nice bright circle, leave a little bit of light just to the top left or top right to make it look like a little shiny bauble. The little bit of light left to the top just makes it look quite bright. Keep this colour quite strong so it stands out on there, and this just gives that whole thing a little bit more of a lift and a bit more of a Christmassy feel to it, because it'll soon be here. This is quite a nice one to get children to do as well, because you can draw the shape from them for them, and then they can mix whatever colours up they want. You can help them lift out the little bauble shapes and then just paint these in. So something to keep them entertained over the Christmas period should be good. So just with those, what else do we need? Should we have a little star on top as well? And those are my baubles on, done, sorted. We can do a little star, so it just paints. Let me just think. I'm trying to think. Oh, that's how I do a little star. Is just try and paint some little pointy bits onto it to make it look like a little star on top. Bit of shadow at the bottom, so I'm just going to clean my brush. I'm just going to wet the little bottom of the picture here, just below the pot, just a little way below the pot. And then I'm going to get some weaker ultramarine blue, just a bit of blue on its own there, and just touch it up to the pot. And this just seats it down, let it run into that water I've put away either side of it. Just dry your brush, take out any puddles. So that's my Christmas tree done, with a little bit of baubles and things onto it. I need to just put a bit of background into it now, a bit of fun. We can put some more little shapes on there. I'm just going to swap to a slightly smaller brush, and actually a rigger brush, which is really useful for doing this. This is a rigger brush, which is a long, thin brush, again just a nylon-y one. And with that, I'm just going to roll that in some of the colours that I've used in the picture, and we're just going to do some little twirly bits, just some little twirly bits coming away from it, just a little wee, so like little streamers and things coming off from that. I can't do it that way around, let's do it, there we go, just to make it look like little bits of party streamers or something like that coming away from it. Whee! And a few little twiddly bits over here perhaps. I'm getting a bit matching now. Let's try and do a different shape, one coming a different direction. Oops, a bit of the red and the blues, and I'll have a couple of green ones in there as well. So roll your brush in the paint and then just do little twizzly bits out to make it a bit of fun. I'm getting them all the same colours in the same places. Let's just do one of those, perhaps one that way. And then what we can also do is a bit of spattering and a bit of flicking on here. I'll try my little flicky brush. This is just a worn out bristle brush really, and all I'm going to do is dip that into the, let me just make a bit of a puddle of paint up, otherwise it gets too wet. So you want some strongish paint. Let's make a little puddle of that one up over here, a bit of blue, perhaps a bit of the greens and the reds. And if I just dip the tip of my bristly brush in and go, there we go, little bit of spattering, keep it close to the picture, and I go the same with the blue, didn't bother cleaning my brush in between, and this puts just a bit of background onto it, and again hopefully it makes the party feel to it. Just mix a little bit more paint up. I want a bit more, oh there's some green there, I'll use that. Dip the brush into it, so the tip of the brush into it, and just flick a bit of green on. And there we are.